All right, guys, I'm going to go through these notes a little bit quicker because you've already probably done them in class today. So the first thing we're talking about is what is slope. Now, slope is talking about how steep or how inclined a ramp is or a hill is or a line, right? It's just talking about the steepness of it. So like, something that's flat, a little more steep, very steep. And so, or a ladder, right? If you're leaning a ladder against a house or a tree, how steep that ladder is. So that's what slope is talking about, is how steep that line is. So the steepness of a line, steepness of a line. There you go. All right. So there's two different ways to find slope. One, we can plot a line, and then we can calculate rise over run. And the other way is we can use a formula, which we'll do down below. Okay, but for now, we'll do the rise over run. That is one way to find slope. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is going to be our first point. And then we're going to do -2. Remember x, y. So now we're going to do -2, -5. So -2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is our second point. Now we can use the nice tool on Cami to make a perfect line going through these all the way. And it's going to be very beneficial to you guys later if you draw a line that goes all the way through your graph, okay? And you'll see next chapter why. All right, and so that is our slope. Now, what is the slope of this line? Well, we can do that by counting, okay? So we can actually count how many we go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. So I rise 12 spots. And then what was my run? How far did I go over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my rise was 12, and so that is our slope, 12 over 6. Now that can be reduced, and we always want to reduce when possible, which will be 6 goes into 12 2 times, 6 goes into 6 once. And so basically that's saying that every time we rise 2 and go over 1, we are going to be on that line. So I can actually show you guys that if we go up 2 over 1, you're going to see, whoa, that is not what we want. But you can see, all right, that's not going to work. So you can see that we would have a up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And notice that is why that slope is 2 over 1, because every time we go up 2 over 1, we touch the line again. All right, so let's try that again with our graph over here. We have -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, +5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -2. Almost cuts off by my camera. And then we are going to draw that line all the way through. And if you ever need to move it, like if you did not draw correctly, or you can move it that way, there you go. And again, we're going to do rise over run. So sometimes rise is actually going to be negative because we read a graph going left to right, and this one happens to be going positive on the left. This one's going negative because it's going downhill, which slope dude should have showed you in class. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this time we have -7 was our rise because we went down 7. And our run is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that is our slope. Okay. So we have a -7 over 11, negative slope, and we have a 2 over 1 positive slope. So remember, positive slopes are any type of line that goes from left to right up. Negative slopes are any type of line that goes downhill. A zero slope is a flat line that is zero fun, right? So zero fun, it's completely flat. And undefined means pretty much impossible, where it is straight up and down. All right. Those are our 4 different types of slopes, which you guys should have solved during the slope dude video. All right. Now, as a reminder on how to do this, okay, so we'll go ahead and do a few of these. Our formula is up here, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The first thing you guys should do is label your x and your y's, okay, because that's the most common thing is to mess that up. You'll see I already set this one up. So I'm going to do my y2 first, which is right here. Okay. Oh, my y2. And you can see that I put it right down here. And then my y1, which I did right here. So -5 minus 7. And then I did my x2 next. My x2. And then I do my x1, which is right here. All right. And you can see that I already had those all filled in down below. And so -5 minus 7 is -5 minus 7. You're going to notice up here that it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be -12. And then -2 minus 4 is going to be -6. And then if you put this into your calculator, negative divided by a negative makes it positive. So it's going to equate to 2 over 1. So notice this problem was the same one as above. But now this one we actually graphed and we counted and we found our slope. This time we just took the 2 points, same thing as the 2 points we had up here. We used this formula right here and we calculated it. So let's try one more. We're going to go ahead and label our x and y. X and y. X and y. I'm going to do y2 minus y1. So I'm going to do -2 minus 5 on the top. And then on the bottom, we have our x2. So if I use this y first, then I have to use this x first. So notice -2, 7, -2, 7. They're both right here. -5, -4. So minus -4. So you just got to be careful when you see these double negatives. This is going to happen a lot with slope. Because with double negatives, these cancel out and become positives. So we're going to have -2 minus 5. It's going to be -7. Over 7 plus 4 now, which is 11. And if we go up above, notice that we also had -7, 11 right here. Okay, so we could graph, if we have the ability to graph it, we could graph it, label it, and count, right? Rise over run. Or we can use our formula, our slope formula, which is our y's on top. We subtract them from each other. Our x's on the bottom, we subtract them from each other. And then slope is always written as a fraction. So yes, is this a decimal? 100%. But do we want to write it as a decimal? No. Okay, so we had 4 more over here, guys. These ones we did do in class. I don't think either class got to number 4 all the way, so I'll go ahead and do that one with you guys right now. The rest, you guys can try on your own. X, Y, X, Y. Okay, so I'm going to do y minus y on the top, which is -3 minus 5. And then on the bottom, I have -2 minus -2. Okay. And so -3 minus 5 is -8. And then -2 plus 2 is 0. Now, if you try putting this in your calculator, -8 divided by 0, it's going to say error. And why is it error? Because this is the situation when we have an undefined answer. Okay, that is a no solution. That is impossible. That is undefined. All right, so that is when our slope, that's when our line, if we were to graph it, our line would look like this. It would be a completely vertical line. This one was a 0 slope, which would have been a horizontal line. And that is when 0's on the top and our numbers on the bottom. Okay. So those are our notes from today. We're going to practice this more tomorrow. So please let us know if you guys have more questions.